Takahashi, thank you very much for taking some time with us. Could you please first explain us how Uvance is working, this new business now? Fujitsu had this culture of equipment making, but now you are providing more and more digital solutions for your clients, especially to help them to reduce their carbon footprint, to fill in all their SDGs. So what do you do exactly at Uvance?
Yeah, thank you so much, Yansan. Actually, you had a great point. Within Fujitsu, we do over $30 billion of business focused around service solution. And within that, we focus in new business plan called Uvance. So in Uvance, it's not like a traditional system integration, but what we're trying to do is provide a cloud-based solution for the customer. For instance, let's talk about how do we suppress the CO2. So within many of the companies provide the articulation tool, measuring the CO2 impact, but no company can really provide a simulation tool that can minimize the CO2 itself. So within Uvance, we built a digital twin, like a simulation tool, so that the enterprise customer can minimize the CO2 by kind of changing a selection of parts from parts A to parts B, minimizing the CO2. But in that context, the cost goes up. Then how does the enterprise customer recoup the cost increase? So within the simulation tool, then there's a kind of parameter for leveraging the carbon credit. So the parts A to parts B, there's going to be increase of parts cost, but they can mitigate using the carbon credit. So we do this kind of solution to the customer. Also, we provide a demand prediction for the retailers so that the sales conversion rate goes up. So we do multiple things around this type of new application, new solution, I should say.
I know you are very sensitive with the measurement of the CO2 on the full production line, because companies tend to focus on their own activity and don't look at where the components come from or where the final product will go and how much cost. So what kind of solution can you provide if I'm an automotive and OEM, I'm producing a car and I focus only on my factory, but my components will come from suppliers, and then the cars will be shipped on a. So how can we work a global solution and have a real image of what
that's a very good point. Within Fujitsu, we provide a tool called ESG management platform. So we focus around category 11, scope 3. So basically, we want to cover from tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 suppliers, so that across all the chain, we can aggregate all the data. At this moment in Fujitsu, we're working with 13 suppliers, trying to build this big ecosystem. So of course, within that 13 companies, there's a big European companies also included. So a common standardize the data so that we can use the data across a different supplier up to tier 3, so that as a total chain, we can provide this articulation of CO2 emission. So we're kind of ready to provide this tool called ESG management platform. That's available right now.
Okay. And how do you have big players like Accenture, for example, doing that?
Yes, yeah.
What is the plus that you offer your clients that other big firms cannot support? Is the fact that you own the equipment at the moment?
Yeah, that's a good question. People perceive Fujitsu like a hardware vendor, but actually we're not really like a hardware vendor anymore. We focus on the supercomputer. We built the fastest supercomputer, Fugaku. We're in the quantum computing. We have a blockchain technology. We have a video analytics. So I think comparison between other brands, many people a consultancy, say a consultant, they have a solution, but we have our own technology or IP focused around computing and blockchain and also video analytics. So we think our competitiveness is in this area, being able to provide our own IP coupled with partners' IP, technology, we should say. This is the advantage of Fujitsu, I should say.
Can we talk about AI?
Sure,
Everybody is talking about AI, but it's very difficult for us journalists to see concrete realization where AI is really a plus. So we have all those very powerful LLM. It's fantastic to play with them. How do you integrate them, and do you push AI for AI, or do you feel in the long term real concrete solution will appear that you will apply and provide to your customers?
Actually, I think early this year, I kind of commented that we're going to incorporate AI into every Uvance solution. So the reality is that, Yansan, I don't think we can neglect AI anymore. So every people has to be kind of leveraging AI. So imagine like a call center, people using for automation right now, But now there's a new trend is popping up. Like we call this agentic AI, autonomous AI. So like instead of like typing in prompt, the AI is kind of jumping in proactively, kind of suggesting, you need to kind of do this to kind of generate more sales for this company, A or company B. So I think AI itself is evolving a lot. So we see kind of a big trend, whereas AI is being adopted for the automation or like efficiency, but now evolving to a next kind of a level where it's going to be more practically being used for multiple purposes. So one area around AI is it's actually multiple, like we use it for drug discovery. It's like a data integration, automation, and also like a demand prediction. So demand prediction, for instance, using AI, we can minimize like food loss and also like efficientize the supply chain. So I think there's a massive area around improving the society issues. I think that's the kind of how we should leverage AI. And every company should use AI, I think.
Do you work with your own LLM at the moment, large language model, or you're developing your own?
We have our own LLM called TAKAHASHI, which is dedicated for like a specific industry. But also we partner with like OpenAI, ChatGPT, Cohere. We have multiple partners. Also leveraging the partners LLM also. Yes, we use everything.
One of the issues is everybody is pushing those digital solutions, but it's getting more and more difficult to recruit talent. Especially in Japan, you have less and less students graduating every year. How do you manage that? How do you find talent to fulfill all those jobs, those new jobs that you're creating, and provide the right solution?
Actually, recruiting new talents outside is getting more difficult because there's a lot of competition in the very kind of talented, skilled people. But we also like spend a lot of, we do a lot of investment on the reskilling of people, internal people. Fujitsu, we have like close to 80,000 people in Japan. There's a total like 120,000 on a global basis. So what we focus right now is we're building, reskilling a lot of people into like a data scientist and also like a sustainability like expert. So we do a lot of training. So we do a lot of recruitment, but also we do a lot of internal training to make sure that we have adequate people within the company. So that's the kind of a strategy we do. But saying that, we're attracting a lot of new talents because people know that Fujitsu is like a technology company. Many people like come into Fujitsu like they want to like they know that we're like a supercomputer, computing, like a blockchain and so on. So I think we're recruiting a lot of talents from the perspective that we have our own IP or technology, we should say. Does that answer your question?
Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.